So you've decided to use an Autocue. It's an incredibly useful tool that allows you to stay on script, maintain eye contact and deliver a polished performance. But just because you're reading from a teleprompter doesn't mean you should sound like you're reading. You want your delivery to be natural and engaging, not wooden. So here are my fearless tips on how to come across well when reading from an Autocue. Before you even get in front of an Autocue, make sure your script is written to your voice. The way we write content and the way we talk are completely different. For example, I might write, "Hello, I am a huge football fan and my favourite team is West Ham United," but I'm more likely to say, "Hey, I'm a huge footy fan and my favourite team are West Ham." Try not to be too formal unless you need to be. Replace words like "I will" and "you will" with "I'll" and "you'll," and "it is" with "it's." I'll even put slurred writing into my scripts to help with the natural flow of a sentence, like "I want to show you how" becomes "I want to show you how." Terrible English, I know, but it makes me sound more natural on camera, so don't be afraid to write how you speak. After all, it's only you who's going to read it. All right, mother. Can't stress this enough. Just like any skill, the more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Get familiar with your script before you start filming. The more comfortable you are with the content, the less you'll need to rely on the Autocue, making your delivery more fluid and authentic. And don't just read the words on the screen, try to internalize the message so you can speak more conversationally, like you're telling a story. You want to sound like you're talking to a friend and not reading from a script. One common mistake is trying to keep up with text that's scrolling too fast. If the text is moving too quickly, you'll be forced to rush and your delivery will sound tense and unnatural. Find a speed that feels comfortable for you, not too fast and not too slow. Your delivery should feel like a normal conversation, so make sure the Autocue is at a pace that allows you to deliver each line with the right emphasis and timing. This may take a few attempts, but it will make the world of difference and you'll gain back any lost time. And if you can't find a correct speed, consider altering the layout of your script, putting gaps in places where you're struggling to keep up, or start a new sentence on separate lines. The key is to get this part right, and the rest should just flow. One of the biggest challenges when using an Autocue is remembering to engage with the audience. You want to make sure your eyes are moving with the flow of the text, but that you're not rigidly stood reading. Make sure you create some movement and flow with your body. Find a grounded, comfortable feet position, and then allow the top half of your body to move. Maybe a gentle head turn or use of arms to emphasize a point. It will make you more engaging and hopefully inviting. Try to avoid forward and backwards rocking movements, as that can be really distracting. Use your tone of voice to emphasise key points. I've found a great way to practice this is to read children's books out loud and put in real effort into conveying the story. I've also found that listening to your favourite presenters and mimicking their timings and the way they might emphasise words and phrases has really helped. Ultimately, you want to find your own voice or on-screen version of yourself. I tend to say use your telephone voice when talking on camera. I wouldn't use my normal conversation voice on phone because I'd probably sound disinterested. Instead, I use my excited telephone voice, which I hope sounds alert and engaged. But I'd sound mad speaking like this all the time. Kind of sounds normal on video though, doesn't it? Use pauses effectively. Pauses are incredibly powerful and they can help you come across as more confident and thoughtful when speaking. Whether you're delivering a punchline, making an important point, or just letting something sink in, a well-timed pause can create a dramatic impact. Think of it like this. When you pause, you give your audience a moment to absorb your message. It also gives you a moment to breathe and reset before moving on to the next line. When you're reading from an Autocue, it's easy to zone out and forget about what the face is doing, but your expressions are a huge part of how the message is received. Try to keep your face relaxed and engaged. A small smile, a raised eyebrow can make a world of difference in how your audience connects with what you're saying. Remember, you're not just delivering information, you're telling a story. Most importantly, don't be afraid to watch your performance back, no matter how painful it might be. It's really the only way you'll get much better, unless you have a director you trust who can help get the best from you on the day. Don't be afraid to look away if you're reading a long script. It can help to look away from the autocue briefly to reset or refocus. Just like in normal conversation, you might glance away, or to gather your thoughts, or look for emphasis. This can add a sense of realness to your delivery, just don't overdo it. Keep it natural and use these moments to breathe and to re-engage with your message. And there you have it. Those are my top tips for coming across well when reading from an autocue. Remember, practice makes perfect. Slow down your pacing, keep your energy up, and pretty much always maintain eye contact with the camera. If you can do that, you're going to sound and look like a pro in no time. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit the like button and share it with anyone who needs to polish their autocue skills. And let me know in the comments, what's your biggest challenge when reading from an autocue? Thanks for watching and stay fearless.